Hello, Mannheim. It's Mrs. Ferbersmith. I'm here to announce that we will be doing a school-wide gingerbread writing contest for the month of December. I'm so excited to share with you the details. First, I want to tell you that we're going to have three different categories of contestants. So we're going to have a group with kindergarten and first grade students that are going to be judged. We're going to have a second and third grade group, and we're going to have fourth and fifth grade group. Our prompt, or what the question is for the writing contest, is how would you or another character catch the gingerbread man? So that's what you're going to be writing about if you would choose to do the gingerbread writing contest. Let's check out the contest rules. So number one, no extreme violence. We need to make sure it's appropriate for school. So we're not going to have anything like guns or bombs or anything with extreme fighting. And number two, only one entry per student. So even though you might have a ton of great ideas or might decide to do a few different types of variations of your story, you may only enter one for the contest. Rule number three, you need to work by yourself. You may still ask for input for your friends or parents with especially editing your piece or generating ideas, but all of the writing and drawing should be done by yourself individually. Number four, check out the following slides to see what's expected for your grade level category. So see grade level expectations. Number five, be creative. You will be judged on creativity. So think of some interesting ways that you could figure out how the gingerbread man could be caught, whether by you or a different character that you develop in your story. Number six, have fun. Enjoy some narrative writing that lets you explore your style and voice. So this might be, I'm hoping that it's not, but it might be a new type of way for you to be doing some type of writing, especially if you're choosing to do something that's more like a fractured fairy tale, where you change an original fairy tale. So let's check into what is expected for kindergarten and first grade. So for kindergarten and first grade, to submit your writing piece, the expectation is that you have at least one illustration or picture for your writing. The other hope that we're going to have is a minimum of 3 complete sentences. I know that sounds like a lot, but it is something that we're working on for possibly up to 2 weeks before we turn it in. Make sure you stretch out your words and write all the sounds that you hear. Your spelling does not have to be perfect. And we would like, though, to see those high frequency words that you need to know spelled correctly. So that's what we are looking for kindergarten and first grade. For second and third grade expectations, we're hoping for 3 illustrations or pictures, a clear beginning, middle, and end of a story, using those descriptive words to explain actions, thoughts, and feelings of all those characters, to have appropriate grade level punctuation and grammar. Make sure you're using your periods, capital letters, correct verbs throughout the story. Also, your high frequency words should be spelled correctly. Make sure you also look over and review your work. This should not be a one draft only project, meaning this should be something that you're continuing to work on. You may have different drafts or versions of your story. All right, for fourth and fifth grade expectations, we're hoping to have 5 illustrations or pictures for your story. Same thing, clear beginning, middle, and end, and make sure your setting and characters are well explained, that you have good descriptive words, again, for the actions, thoughts, and feelings. We would love to see some dialogue to help develop the story and assist with the pacing of the story. Make sure you're also using transitional words to help with the sequence of events. And again, make sure you look and review over your work for editing as well as revising. This should not be a one draft project. All right, so when is this due? This is going to be due if you choose to participate on Wednesday, December 13th. The winners will be announced, The winners will be announced the following week at our Star Assembly on Wednesday, December 20th. All right, so here's some FAQs, or some frequently asked questions. Do I have to participate? No, you do not have to participate unless your teacher says they're planning on the whole class entering. Mrs. Ferbersmith thought that this was a fun way to celebrate the holidays and be creative and the magic of this holiday season. So I just thought this would be a fun way to work on some writing and to hear everyone else's amazing ideas. Can it be typed? Yes, it can be typed as long as there are illustrations or pictures that you're adding as well. Can I work with a partner? Nope, you are working independently on this project since there will be winners in the different categories. So there will be winners for the K1 category, the 2-3, and the 4-5. Who will be reading my work? So I have decided to pick a group of judges who will help determine the winners for each grade level group. What will you win? Well, that's a special surprise. So depending on the amount of contestants, those people that are entering into the contest, we may also have first, second, and third place winners for each of those categories, for those grade level categories I mentioned. The one thing I was thinking of is if you believe your story is too long, I want you to talk to either myself or your teacher, because movies that seem to be taking forever, or books sometimes that we read that seem to be taking forever, that we're starting to lose interest, we don't want that to be like your story as well. So we might need to figure out what parts either could be changed or modified or taken out completely to kind of make sure it's a clear beginning, middle, and end, and that the story is still flowing. It's not too slow of a pacing. So come see either myself or one of your teachers if you think your story is getting a little long. What if I need help? Your parents and classmates may help with ideas, spelling, and editing, but all the hard work should be on your own. What if I don't win? And that's okay. This is supposed to be a wonderful way to feel the magic of the holiday season and still be creative while working on those writing skills. So last but not least, our story submission deadline. I did a little calendar for you to see that all the stories that you will be entering will be given to Mrs. Ferbersmith by the end of the school day on Wednesday, December 13th. So that's enough time for all the judges to look at all the wonderful work that has been submitted and be able to announce the winners on the 20th. All right, so put your thinking caps on and let the brainstorming begin. How would you, or a character that you create in a story, catch the gingerbread man? Have fun! Can't wait to see your guys' creations. Love, Mrs. Ferbersmith.